The story behind the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 actually dates back to the 1960s. Known as the Jet Age in aviation history, the era was marked by the introduction of jet airlines, particularly the Boeing 707. These faster and more efficient aircraft revolutionized long-distance travel. But they were also hiding a secret. These new jet airplanes were disappearing out of the sky. At first, the airline companies thought the planes were simply crashing. And some did crash. But more often than not, when a plane went missing, there was no debris to be found. For a while, the airline companies were able to cover up the disappearances with media stories of hijacking. Or when a plane disappeared over the ocean, they claimed they were unable to recover wreckage. The first public account of this phenomenon was Vincent Gaddis' 1964 book, Invisible Horizons: True Mysteries of the Sea, which revealed the area between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico as a site of many unexplained disappearances. That area is known today as the Bermuda Triangle. By this time, though, the airline companies had figured out exactly where these disappearing planes were going. They were flying out of the atmosphere. They weren't crashing down to the ground. They were flying up. Too far up. These new jet airplanes were so powerful that only a small fluctuation in speed or air pressure could pivot them from flying horizontally into a vertical launch right out into space. Of course, these jets weren't designed to fly in space as much as they weren't designed to navigate underwater. So all crew and passengers immediately perished. And the plane is quickly ripped apart by the forces of gravity. This might explain the reason the European Space Agency estimates there are 130 million pieces of space trash floating around the planet. It didn't take long, though, for the air companies to create a solution. A device known as the Vertical Flight Inhibitor, or VFI, was secretly installed on all new planes going forward. This device prevented airplanes from pivoting vertically. But it had to be kept a secret. Firstly, the airline companies couldn't admit they lied about the planes disappearing in the first place. But they also knew that by telling the public of this danger, people would be more hesitant to fly. And in the highly competitive airline business of the mid-20th century, they all agreed it would be best to keep the VFI as an industry secret. Today, these VFIs are still secretly installed on every commercial airliner in the world. And 99.9% of the time the VFI works to keep planes horizontal. However, on rare occasions the VFI malfunctions and airplanes still get launched into space. And that's exactly what happened to Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. The airplane's vertical flight inhibitor malfunctioned and it flew out into space, never to be seen again.